Good evening. Thank you for coming to our council meeting tonight. I'd like to call our meeting to order. If you would please stand for our prayer, and from the prayer we'll go into the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible. During the roll call, I know Councilman Davis is actually on some military training. He's hosting a company out of Tennessee, so we wish him well. He couldn't be here, so he is actually out hosting military outfit coming into Alabama. Mr. McCullum, call roll, please.
Councilman Roberts.
Here.
President Logan.
Here.
Councilman Hinton.
Yeah.
Councilman Davis, absent. And Councilman Hogg.
Here.
Item 5 is approval of our agenda. In our pre-meeting, Ms. Ram out of her office gave us a request for deletion of item 7A2. That's a deletion of item 7A2. That was a second reading of an ordinance for demolition of an unsafe structure. The owners have actually demoed that building. City staff has came by and actually confirmed and closed this this actual work order for the demolition. So again, I'll make a motion to approve the agenda with the deletion of item 7A2. Is there a second? Second by Councilman Roberts. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Councilman Roberts.
Yes.
President Logan.
Yes.
Councilman Hinton.
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Carried.
7A1, second reading of an ordinance ordering the demolition of an unsafe structure located at 1203 12th Street. Ms. Ram.
Yes, sir. This structure has been found by the building inspectors to be unsafe and is dangerous to the public health, and we are recommending that the structure be demolished. All necessary procedures have been followed, and this will require a public hearing.
All right, thank you. By state code, we are required to open the floor for a public hearing regarding this agenda item. So the floor is open for any member of the public who wishes to speak in regards to the item, which is an ordinance ordering the demolition of an unsafe structure located at 1203 12th Street. All right, seeing no citizens signed up to speak or wanted to speak regarding the item, I hereby close the public hearing. I'll make a motion to adopt that ordinance ordering the demolition of an unsafe structure located at 1203 12th Street. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Hinton. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Councilman Roberts.
Yes.
President Logan.
Yes.
Councilman Hinton.
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Carried.
Again, second item has been deleted. The third item, which is a second reading of an annexation of approximately 16 acres located at the corner of Mid-Larry and Pine Hill Road. Ms. Ram.
Yes, sir. This request comes from Mr. Tanner Smithson. Like you said, the acreage is approximately 16 acres, and it is located at the corner of Mid-Larry Road and Pine Hill Road. The initial zoning designation for the entire parcel will be AG, and this does come with a favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission.
Thank you. Is there a motion to grant the annexation?
I'll make that motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Roberts. Is there a second? I'll make that second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Councilman Roberts.
Yes.
President Logan.
Yes.
Councilman Hinton.
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carried.
8B1 is a resolution of a temporary nature. It's authorizing the Friends of Historic Northport to open the Shirley Place House for the Tuscaloosa Tour of Homes. Mr. McCullum.
Yes, this is a request by the Friends of Historic Northport for the use of the Shirley Place home during the Tuscaloosa Tour of Homes, and I don't know the exact dates for that, but it's the first Saturday in April. It's been staffed third Saturday. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Donna keeps telling me I need those here now.
I want
Borrow your hair now. All right.
Oh, man.
Third Saturday in April.
Okay.
It has been staffed and needs staff approval, so we recommend that be approved.
All right. Is there a motion to approve the adoption of the resolution authorizing the Friends of Historic Northport to open the Shirley Place House for tours on the top floor, specifically during the Tuscaloosa Tour of Homes? That's the third Saturday in April, 2020.
Motion to approve.
That's a motion by Councilman Hogg. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Hinton. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Councilman Roberts.
Yes.
Council President Logan.
Yes.
Councilman Hinton.
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Second item is a resolution declaring certain vehicles surplus and authorizing the proper disposal. Chief Burton, in our pre-meeting, we've done this in the past. I know we have 4 vehicles that are up for surplusing and or auctioning, but we do have 2 vehicles that are still operable, 2 that are worthy to go through the process and being surplus and auctioned off. I know we mentioned in the pre-meeting that 2 of the vehicles, it was the wishes of the police department, of course, the council, hopefully in the for Stillman College to receive 2 of the vehicles before we go through and surplus all of them. So again, I know, Chief, I think that's the recommendation coming from your office, correct? All right. Is there a motion to approve the resolution declaring certain vehicles as surplus and authorizing the disposal and allowing the city to donate 2 of those vehicles to Stillman College and the other 2 vehicles that are inoperable to go through the proper surplus and disposal process?
Motion to approve.
That's a motion by Councilman Hogg. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Roberts. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Councilman Roberts.
Yes.
President Logan.
Yes.
Councilman Hinton.
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Third item is a resolution appointing Northport's municipal court judge. Mr. Davis.
Yes, Mr. President. Wayne Williams, after serving in this position for 39 years, has decided he's hanging up his robe. He is retiring. And so this would allow the council to appoint Mr. Paul Patterson as the new municipal court judge for the city of Northport.
All right, thank you. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution?
Make the motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Hinton. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Roberts. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Councilman Roberts.
Yes.
President Logan.
Yes.
Councilman Hinton.
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Abstain.
All right, motion carried.
Fourth item is a resolution authorizing our city administrator to appoint a city prosecutor and assistant city prosecutor for the Northport Municipal Court. Mr. Davis.
Yes, Mr. President. Since our current city administrator has had several years of experience of having lawyers appear before him, he is in the perfect position to determine who would be the perfect city prosecutor and assistant city prosecutor for the city. This would allow him to do that and also enter into a contract with them.
All right, thank you, Ron. Is there a motion to adopt that resolution?
I'll make that motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Roberts. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Hinton. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Councilman Roberts.
Yes.
President Logan.
Yes.
Councilman Hinton.
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Fifth item is a resolution awarding the bid file for rapid mix improvements at the water treatment plant. Mr. Webb.
Yes, President Logan. We received 3 bids on January 16th for the rapid mix replacement. The lowest bid came in at Double Diamond Construction with an alternate. The total was $144,688.
All right. Thank you, John. Is there a motion to approve the resolution awarding the bid for rapid mix improvements at the water treatment plant to Double Diamond Construction, the lowest bidder, in the amount of $144,688.00? Make sure we get that right. And to authorize our city administrator's office to execute the necessary documents and requisitions needed to proceed with the needed repairs.
I'll make that motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Roberts. Is there a second? Thank you. Second by Councilman Hinton. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Councilman Roberts.
Yes.
President Logan.
Yes.
Councilman Hinton.
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Consent agenda, ladies and gentlemen, there are 13 items. They range from minutes of the previous meeting, bill listings, travel and training. One invoice, of course, in particular that was discussed in the pre-meeting is our invoice for our annual audit. Again, these are 13 items. Any member of council wanted to offer the approval of the consent agenda?
That motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Hogg. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Roberts. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Hatton,
Yes.
and Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Item 9, reports of special committees to council. If any member of council or the mayor's office wanted to give a report from their respective committees at this time.
The retail committee, we have received 10 RFQs for our rebranding and logos project that we had put out, I think, last council meeting. We will be vetting those and looking through. Retail committee will meet again this week, hopefully on Friday if everyone's available, and try to narrow this down and allow the mayor to present our findings to the council.
Thank you, Councilman.
Just a quick note from finance. We had the meeting last week. We talked about the, what to do on the extra cent tax. I have asked Ms. Ram. We had taken money out of the budget with respect to blight and other things. Considering where we are in the budget process, I've asked her to get with Darren to potentially put that in that bucket so we can take a look at that again. Ms. Ram believes we've kind of gone maybe as far as we can with getting owners taking responsibility, and we may have to start taking action. So I think we need to account for it in what we did last week.
Dollar amount still gonna be the same? I know we.
No, Ms. Ram is going to take a look at this since we're approaching halfway through the year, the budget year, and give a number she feels is appropriate.
Got it.
And then just the other one from the park outdoor subcommittee. We have another meeting this week. The one we had 2 weeks ago was very good. I believe one of the projects, President Logan, we're going to need to engage you on to have a further discussion. But it is a good group, good interaction from the citizens, and I think we're going to have a lot of positive things come out of it to recommend the projects.
All right, thank you. Any further business from committees? All right, hearing none. Item 10, public hearings. We actually have none on the agenda. Item 11, city administrator's business. Mr. McCullum.
I don't have it.
Item 12, departmental business. We have none on the agenda. Item 13, public comment. We have one citizen signed to speak, Ms. Kay Holden.
Hi,
Hey, Ms. Holden.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Kay Holden, 3010 Natchez Landing Court, Northport, Alabama. I'm here on behalf of Northwood Lake. But first, I just want to take a minute to thank you all. You all have got a great team working for us now. Brooke Starnes, exceptional. They respond quickly, keeping our neighborhood up. John Powell Webb, we appreciate it. They're always immediate response to me. They help us with anything we need. Don't want to forget Chief Burton. We've got the traffic slowed down. We may have to ask him again to come back in a little bit, but right now we've got people shutting it down a little bit. Litter's problem with us, litter all over the city. I know we got a problem. We're going to try to figure out a few little campaigns, do something about that. Julie, she's done a great job at following up. I get to start on another couple abandoned houses out there, but we've gotten 2 taken care of, and so we're just slowly marking things off the list and cleaning up Northport. And your latest addition, Miss Blaylock, Sergeant Blaylock, she is fantastic. She's already got we've got a lot of inoperable cars out in Northwood Lake, and we're just starting to go through, and she's already made a dent, and I appreciate that so much. That needs to be said. I hear a lot of complaints from people, and I always come back and tell them, look, this is what's gotten done. They're doing a great job for us. So where I'm going to start is these were some things that were brought up in late 2018 and 2019, 3 small things. One is the pump houses. I know they were on the 2019 budget as far as they were going to do a couple of pump houses that are really dilapidated in our area. They were going to try to put some type of fence. They were looking into doing that. So if John Pyle, if you'll just shoot me an email, let me know if that's dead or it's come back. one of our residents kind of took it on himself to just kind of set a prefab fence around where he saw it, but he had done that on his own half. So just see where we're at with that, since we're at the end. I don't know, is the budget October to October deal? I've kind of gotten confused. What, okay. So 2019 will end in October? Okay. So we still got a half a year on that. Wasn't sure where we are with the change in budget. The next thing was when Mr. Higginbotham was here, and this has come up years and years. I know this has come up to City Council probably at least 6 times over the last 15 years. Emerald Bay Drive, behind the homes between 4700 and 4800 of that address, the city, people used to have septic tanks. The city came through in the late 70s, early 80s and put in city sewage lines. Well, when they did, it wasn't really finished well enough that now that seems to be, turns into a lake. We get a couple of days of rain and behind those houses is a lake. Mr. Higginbotham actually made 2 or 3 visits to the area and talked to a couple of the residents, said he was going to have to involve the Corps of Engineers. Do I need to work with Ms. Ram on this, or do we just, what do we, you know, where do I go next?
I'll follow it up.
Okay.
I think Mr. McCullum and his staff will probably start the process on it, and then he can kind of delegate it out to the
It's
specific department.
It's just slowly gotten worse too in the last 10 years. I mean, we've got a home now with a couple of kids in the back, and we get real worried when it rains because the water moves through there, but it seems to puddle up, and we're kind of scared too for the safety of the children in the area, because if they get out there, we don't want them to get hurt. And then the last thing, and believe me, I would never bring this up, but I have a lot of residents that this concerns, and Mr. Higginbotham said that he would get to it, but I think it just got lost in the transition, was we are so happy Northwood Lake Drive West is paved now, but people want a center line, and the center line never got repainted when they repaved. So I did tell my residents I would bring it up because that's important to them. And that's my things. And you just tell me who I need to talk to, or I'll give you all my number to contact me.
But Mr. McCullum, on both those issues, on the Emerald Bay drainage, he'll correct staff and kind of direct them where they need to go, and then the center line
Okay.
request as
I'll
well. That may be something that his staff will.
What was the road again, Northwood Lake?
I am, right now I'm vice president of the Northwood Lake
Yes, but
HOA.
the road going in.
The
Oh,
road that
yeah.
needs to be striped.
Northwood Lake Drive West, and it's the
West,
back
Northwood.
end of I'll say it's the back end of the lake. Starts at about Oneida and goes all the way around to Union Chapel.
I'm sure the staff knows.
Okay.
this. We'll figure it
So,
out.
and if you want me to come up and give you my number afterwards, that's fine. Okay. Thank you, guys. You're
Thank
doing
you.
a great job. Appreciate it.
Good to see you again, Ms. Holden.
Mhm.
Thank you. Other, I think you, yes, sir. Come on up. I think you were trying to sign up, and I think you just forgot. Come on up and state your name and address for the record.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
My name is Benjamin Hall.
Yeah.
I live in 121 Covey Chase. I'm on the behalf of, I'm here because of Green Village. I know it's been rezoned as commercial, and I know it's an eyesore. And anyway, I was just informed that if a property has been abandoned for 6 months to a year, they're not allowed to turn the water back on. And I wasn't made aware of that until I just got a trailer fixed up, spent over $4,000. And when I went to go turn the water on, I was just made aware of this. So I was kind of upset about not being informed about this previously beforehand, because I've talked to a guy named David somewhat. David, can't remember his last name, but about 8 months ago I had a drunk driver hit my trailer and it knocked it off the blocks, and he called and said, you need to tear that down or put it on the blocks again. And I told him the situation. I talked to somebody to get it moved back on there. They said they could do it in the wintertime. So I just recently got that done after I found this out. So now I'm also worried about that trailer that has spent $1,300 to put the trailer back on the blocks. And so there again, I'm out $5,000 if I can't put that trailer, if I can get water turned back on. They're letting me turn the power on, but water, for whatever reason, I can't turn the water back on. So I'm just upset because no one's ever informed me of this, and I've already spent a lot of money before I even knew this was even an issue.
Well, let's do this, and thank you for coming, Mr. Hall. I want to direct you to Mr. Ron Davis's office, our legal department,
Yes, sir.
and Mr. McCullum's office, our city administrator's office. So
Okay.
these two gentlemen kind of work you through a process, at least get you that information. I do know that in regards to Green Village. There's been a lot of information gathering on behalf of some other parties as well. But again, I will probably need to direct you to Mr. Ron Davis's office to get you some information in regards to the actual situation regarding that particular trailer that you had to kind of improve, and then
Yeah.
Mr. McCullum's office will actually go through from the admin point
Okay.
and see what we can and can't do.
Right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and if you would hang around after the meeting,
Okay.
these two gentlemen will get your contact information and start a conversation with you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Seeing no citizens, no further citizens signed to speak, item 14, mayor and council members' business. I'll start with Mayor Aaron.
I don't have anything tonight. Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am. District 1, Councilman Roberts.
I don't have anything tonight.
District 2 had one item. I do know that our state legislator getting ready to go into session, and I know we've seen a lot of growth and a lot of progress in our city. But I do know one of the big things, I think, Mayor Aaron, you probably want to chime in as well, is our riverfront east and west of downtown. One of the areas I think that was an area that you looked at when you first come on board was the old state docks. So,
Right.
and I think there was an opportunity, and it still may be, to where we engage our state legislators in regards to the state docks and maybe seeing what Northport can do in terms of acquiring it, maybe partnering. I don't know, but I just want to publicly ask the council if it's okay if a retail committee, city administrator's office, and the mayor's office kind of keep closely to our state legislator team, mayor, maybe to engage them.
Excuse me. That's very good, and that's where we're going. And we did meet with them. Mr. McCollum and I met with them, gosh, I guess it's a week or so ago. And the first thing right off the bat was the state dollars. And they agreed that they were very receptive to us acquiring that property. The problem with that is that right now, Parker is using them.
Yeah, there's some
And he's
usage.
trying to, and they're trying to figure a way to reconfigure some of that and make it a little more usable. And if that happens, then Parker will not be there, and that will open our door.
Yes,
for
ma'am.
us.
Yeah.
Long-term lease.
Yeah, long-term lease, and then, yeah, you've got to put some things in place to even make that work. But nonetheless, get the conversation going. I appreciate it. So just want to keep throwing it out there. I appreciate you and Mr. McCullum going to meet with our legislators. So that's all the business I have under mine. District 3, Councilman Hinton.
Mr. President.
District 5, Pro Tem Hogg. Thank you. I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting. Is there a second? Second by Councilman Roberts. All in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
All opposed, same sign. We adjourn. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.